Good evening, students. Today we will discuss about the Python identifiers. Python identifiers, right? So before I am going to discuss about the identifiers, let me tell you a analogy between the general language that we learn, which we use it to communicate. Maybe it is a Telugu or English. So how exactly we can correlate to the programming language? So let me draw the correlation, and then we will discuss about one by one. For example, here let us assume that we are learning the English. So generally whenever we are learning the English, first discuss about the we will learn about alphabets. Then after, from the alphabets we are going to learn about words. Then after the words we will learn about sentences. After the sentences we use it to write the paragraphs. So whatever this set of paragraphs are there, this set of paragraphs we can make it as a topic. The set of topics we can make it as a unit, and the set of units we are call it as a what? Book. Now at the same time you take one programming language. So here we call it as a alphabets, whereas when coming to the programming language we use it to call it as character set, right? Now once we learn the character sets, we use it to learn the words in our English. So whatever these words are there, we can say user defined words, and we will learn dictionary words. Whereas coming to the programming language, the same one we are call it as what means identifiers and keywords. So whatever the user defined words we said in case of English, here we call it as an identifier. Whatever the dictionary word which have some special meaning, the same thing we are call it here it as a keyword. Here we call it as a sentences in English. When coming to the programming language, we use it to call it as statements or the instructions. Here we call it as a paragraph. Here we call it as a function. Whereas when coming to the topic, the set of paragraphs, we call it as a topic. So here we call it as either class or module, either class or module. Now when it is come to unit, here we call it as package or namespace. Package or namespace. When coming to here, we call it as a book. Here we call it as a system or the application. So this is the pure analogy between the language which we are learning. The same thing what I have done is I am mapping with the programming languages which we are learning in this professional course, right? So as far as this programming language is also concerned, first we use it to start with the what is the character set of the programming language. Once we learn about the character set, we will discuss about the identifiers, keywords, then we will come to the statements of the instructions, functions, class, modules, package, namespace, system, application. Now first as far as this is concerned, we have to discuss about the what means the character set. As we talked about the Python, here we will discuss about the character set. So the character set in case of Python, you will have the small a to z, comma, you will have capital A to Z, and 0 to 9, and you will have underscore. So with the help of these combinations, we can able to develop the what we call that identifiers, what we call that identifiers. So that is what we are going to discuss now. Now when coming to the first one, Python identifiers, I already told you an identifier is an user defined name. It is an what? User defined name. So for what he is going to define the name means, whatever the name he is going to formulate, that may use it to identify a variable in the Python, that may use it to identify the function in the Python, that may use it to identify the class in the Python, that may use it to identify the module in the Python, that may use it to identify the namespace in the Python, whatever the any other the object which you are creating. For that object we are going to keep a name. That name, whatever the name we are formulating, that name we are technically call it as an identifier. So identifier means, you can say in one word, identifier means user defined word. Then what are the rules are there, what are the rules are there in framing the identify, in naming the identifiers? Let us discuss one by one rule, what sort of rules are there in naming the identifiers in Python. Now the first one, the first rule is character set. Whatever the identifier you are formulating, the identifier should include the letters, can include the letters alphabet small a to z, capital A to Z, digits 0 to 9, underscore. These are the valid character set that you can use when you are naming the identifier. But remember one thing, when you are formulating the identifier, which must starts with the letter or an underscore. Yeah, when you are formulating an identifier, you can use small a to z, capital A to Z, or 0 to 9, or underscore. But what is the first constraint? The first letter must be alphabet or the underscore. Alphabet or the underscore. It must be alphabet or underscore. Either you can use the small letter, or you can use the capital letter, or underscore. Now here are the some examples. If you see, there are the examples for the valid identifiers are there. I have also mentioned the invalid examples also. We will discuss one by one. Now as far as the this rule is concerned, variable 1, see the starting letter is V, the starting letter is V. So V is an alphabet, right? So variable 1 is an what? Valid identifier. Now coming to the second example, the starting letter is underscore. I already told you, right? The identifier must starts with the letter or an underscore. Hence, the variable one, underscore variable, my underscore variable are all the what? Valid examples for the valid identifiers. Now coming to the second one, if you see, the starting letter is the one which is completely not satisfying the rule 1. What the rule 1 is saying, the starting letter must be either letter or an underscore. But what is here? Here the starting letter is what? 1. That's why one variable is not an valid identifier. That's why it is a what? Invalid identifier. Now let us go to the rule 2. So what the rule 2 is saying is, Python is a case sensitive programming language. So whatever the identifier you are formulating, the identifiers are case sensitive. That means if you see, there is a identifier variable, there is another identifier variable, there is a third one is also an identifier is there variable. What is the difference? In case of first one, all are in small letters. In case of second one, the first one is the capital. In case of third one, all are capitals. Remember, these three are completely different. These three are completely three different identifiers. That is what? Case sensitive. That means the uppercase, lowercase, if you use the combination, then it will be treated as a different one. So that is what here, variable, 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 all the three are the what? Three different identifiers. The reason is the first one is in the small case, the second one, the starting letter is the capital, the third one is all are in caps. So these three will be considered as a what? Three different identifiers. Now let us go to the third rule. Now rule 3, you cannot use the system defined word as an identifier. System defined word as an identifier. Now identifier cannot be same as the Python keyword. Keyword is a what? System defined word. Whenever a system defined word is there, that cannot be used as a what? User defined word. So that is what the rule 3. Now if you see the example, there is an identifier def has been taken. As per the rule 1 and rule 2, it is satisfying, but rule 3 is what? No identifier should be same as the keyword. Def is a keyword. Def is a keyword. That's why def cannot be accepted as an identifier. Def cannot be accepted as an identifier. Now, coming to the rule 4, whenever you are framing the Python identifiers, I already told you the valid character set to name the identifier is what? Alphabets, digits, underscore. So, when you include any sort of special symbol while naming the identifier, it cannot be treated as a what? Valid identifier. If you see the example, my at the rate variable, here the at the rate is a special symbol, so it cannot be treated as a what? Valid identifier. Now rule 5, so when you are naming the identifier, I already told you, you must taken the characters from the valid character set. What is the valid character set? Letters, digits, underscore. Space is not part of the valid character set in case of Python. So my space variable cannot be treated as a what? Valid identifier. If you see the second example, the my and the variable, two different words was connected by underscore, then it is a what? Valid identifier. Now coming to the rule 6, there is no restriction on the length of the identifier name. You can take anything, but when you want to do a good programming, whatever the identifiers you have taken, that identifiers reasonably short and descriptive. Whatever the name you are going to give, the name must convey the underlying objective of that variable declaration. Now coming to the next rule, identifiers in case of Python can have the Unicode characters. That is what you can use the non-ASCII characters while defining the identifiers. If you see here, pi underscore pi symbol is there, 3.14, it is a valid identifier. So you can use the non-ASCII characters. You can use the what? Non-ASCII characters while defining the what? Python identifier. So you can define the identifier. What is the valid data set for it? Alphabets, digits, underscore, non-ASCII characters. But what is the thumb rule? The first character must be letter or the underscore. Letter or the underscore. Now coming to the next one we are going to learn in case of Python is keywords. So keywords are the system defined words. Keywords are the what? System defined words, just like dictionary words in our English. Dictionary words are what? Which have the special meaning. Similarly, the keywords will have the special meaning in the programming language. Now, as far as this Python keywords are concerned, there are the different categories of keywords are there. The first category, see, generally all the keywords in the Python are in lowercase except the three keywords. The three keywords are what? False, true, none. If you see these three keywords, just now I have quoted, in case of Python, keywords are in what? Lowercase. Keywords are in what? Lowercase words, except three keywords. What are those? False, true, none. If you see these three keywords where the starting letter is capital letter, so these three got the exemption in case of Python keywords where the starting letter is what? Capital. And whatever the remaining keywords are there, all the words are what? Formed with the help of the lowercase letters only. Now we will see one by one category of the keywords. The first category is the what? Special category, false, true, none. So false, true are the what? Used to represent the Boolean values. Now coming to the none, it's a special constant which will represent the absence of a value. Just like a null value in our C programming language. None represents the what? Absence of value. Each keyword will possess a what? Special meaning. The next set of keywords comes under the category called control flow. Now if you see the keywords, if, el, if, else, these are the what? Conditional statements category. There is another one is what? For, while, these are the what? Looping constructs. And the next one, break and continue, which is used to control, these two are used to control the loop. And the next one is under control flow category is the pass. It is a what? No operation statement which do nothing, it is just like a what? Null statement. It's just like a what? Null statement. Now coming to the next one, the next category of the keywords is exception handling. So under the exception handling we will have the keywords try, except, finally, rise, asset. Now if you see try, except, finally is used to handle the exceptions, whereas coming to rise is used to trigger the exception. Asset is a keyword is used under debugging process. The next category is the functions and class definition. There we have the keyword def is a keyword used to define a function. Return is a keyword which is used to exit a function and return a value. Yield is a keyword used with the generators in Python. Class is a keyword used to define the class in Python. Coming to the last keyword lambda, which is used to define the anonymous function. A function without name we can define with the help of the what? Lambda keyword. The next category of the keywords are importing modules. Two keywords are there. One keyword is import. The import keyword is used to import a module. The from keyword is used to import the specific attributes or the functions from the module. The next category of the keywords is namespace management. There the first one is the global. So whenever you want to have a global variable, you can use the word global keyword. Similarly, if you want to have the non-local variable, yes, you can use the non-local keyword. And the next category is the what? Logical operations. So there, when you want to have the compound condition, you can use the and or keyword. When you want to have the negation condition, opposite condition, you can use the what? Not. This and or not are the what? Logical operators. Though it is a keywords, it is also a what? Operator also. And there are some miscellaneous category of the keywords are there. The first keyword is the with. The with is used for resource management and the exception handling process. As is the keyword used to create the aliases. Del is the keyword is used to delete the objects. In is the keyword is used as an used to test the membership in a sequence. Is used to test the object identity. Await and async used for asynchronous programming. Asynchronous programming. Right. Now let us check all these practically. So what I am going to do is I am going to start the ideally. There we will see what are the keywords are there. I will show practically what are the valid identifiers, what are the invalid identifiers. Now let us take first. So first equal to 1. So I have created a one identifier, that is what this first is a what variable name, first is a what valid identifier, valid identifier. Now let me give one more example. I have taken underscore first equal to 2. This is also a what valid identifier, since the starting letter is what underscore, starting letter is what underscore. First 143 equal to 5. So I have declared, I have used a variable first 143. The starting letter is what f. There is, and the subsequent letters are what, the subsequent letters are also consist from the valid data set. Now let me give from invalid examples. 23 a equal to 6. See the syntax error is coming. I already told you the starting letter must be what, letter or underscore, letter or underscore. Now double underscore equal to 4. See, it's a valid identifier. Why? Because the starting letter is what, either letter or underscore. Starting letter is what here, underscore. The subsequent we don't have any restriction. The subsequent letter must be what, from the valid character set. Valid character set is what, small a to z, capital A to z, 0 to 9 underscore. Now I am going to have one more, a equal to 6. See, triple underscore a. So the first character is what, underscore. The subsequent is what, double underscore a. Those three are also from the valid data set. That's why that is also a what, valid identifier. Now see, this cannot be, I already told you, right? You cannot use the special symbol. You cannot use the what, special symbol. Now what is happen, starting letter is a, but the subsequent letter you cannot use the what, special symbol. So that is wrong. Now yeah, we will open it separately. Again I will take the ideally, right. Now first space number equal to 6. You cannot use the space. So what I am going to do, first underscore number equal to 10. So now what is happen, the starting letter is the what, f. The subsequent letters are from the what, valid character set. These are the what, examples for the identifiers, examples for the what, identifiers. Now coming to the keywords. Now keywords, what I am going to do is help. We can see the list of keywords supported by your Python. See, these are the keywords supported by what, Python. If you want to know, specifically know about any keyword, just pass it, you can get. Now I am getting the description for the what, for. Similarly, if you want to get it for it, instead of it, what I am going to do is I am going to move to the interactive help that I will show now. Just a minute, I will open new window. Right. Now help, I am moving to interactive help. Here I am going to type what, if. So regarding if, I got the help. Now true, regarding the true, whatever the significance is there, whatever its functionality is there, the functionality has been shown. Similarly, if you want to know about the while, Yeah, you will get the complete description. So what we learn from this lecture, we learn about the identifiers and keywords. In the next class we will discuss about the what next topic. Thank you.